everyone, and welcome back to another supplemental episode for Thomas and Friends Home Media Reviews. This review is on The Best of Thomas from 2001. Let's go ahead and take a look at it here. We picked this up, got Collector's Edition. Still makes me mad that they put that on there. The gold outlining looks really nice though, nicer than the VHS. Best of Thomas, big cartoon Thomas, as he is now expanded, so he's even bigger than he was on the VHS, which is interesting yet scary at the same time. DVD logo on the side. We've got Cartoon Thomas, Collector's Edition. Scroll on down here. Anchor Bay. Don't forget, DVD logo. On the back, Thomas has arrived on DVD with trainloads of features and fun. Oh boy, that sounds like so much fun! And there's a snapshot from Thomas Meets the Queen, and the blurb is in that same zigzaggy fashion. I think that's from Thomas Gets Bumped. We've got our bonus features, tons of them to be exact, and our story stops. Pop open, got the Best of Thomas. Interesting how Thomas is not in the center. He's actually over to the side. And we have our pamphlet. So, open this up. Mine's actually broken because it came with, it came from that thrift store I've been talking about in several of these supplemental episodes. So it came used. All of these were used, but this pamphlet came broken, but I don't really care. So, we've got our main menu. We've got our sing-along stops, sing-along station. We've got our games. We have our read-along. We have our PC fun, which I find interesting, because you can play a demo of the Great Festival Adventure, which I think came out in 2001 as well. I'll have to check the date on my copy, but I'm pretty sure it came out in 2001, maybe a year prior. And we have our story stops. So, move this over here. This is actually pretty cool. Have you ever wanted to meet Thomas? There's a picture of Thomas from Strasbourg, I think that's where it's from. A photo of Sir Topham Hatt. Forgot the little thing there. Tom's chugging into the station, and Sir Topham Hatt greeting his visitors. Now is your chance. The Day Out with Thomas. I think this was the first year that Day Out with Thomas ever started. I'm not sure, but they're really heavily promoting it here. I've got another picture of Thomas from Strasbourg. I think that's Strasbourg. And we open this up. So I'm going to take the back off of this pamphlet here. And we get a huge lineup of character profiles and such, and images. So we have Annie, Bertie, Bulstrode, Douglas, Duck, Duke, James, Mavis, Oliver, the Chinese Dragon, Thomas himself, Thumper, Trevor, Toby, Toad, Rheneas, that's Skarloey, Peter Sam, Percy, George, Edward, Duncan, Clarabelle, Caroline, Butch, Cranky, Diesel, Donald, Gordon, Harold, Henry, Skarloey, that's Rheneas, Stepney, Terrence, Troublesome Truck, and Troublesome Truck. The Troublesome Truck Trio. So that is pretty cool. You've got the Island of Sodor and Thomas's best friends. Not really sure why Diesel and the Troublesome Trucks are on there. Or Thumper, for that matter. Thumper was only in one episode, and why is George on there too? I don't know. It's a weird assortment of characters. And hey! Butch has a face! Who knew? But you saw that Skarloey and Rheneas' nameplates are mixed up here. That's how you know that this is an original print from 2001. Later prints fixed this problem, but as you can see, Rheneas is labeled Skarloey, and Skarloey is labeled Rheneas. I'm going to grab the other end of the pamphlet here, fold this over. Okay, so you've got a advertisement for Thomas Gets Interactive with the PC games. Both of these games I own and have done Let's Plays on. So we have all new exciting books from Random House, Thomas and Percy book. I had this growing up, this magnet book. It was pretty cool. I lost all the magnets to it. And I had this growing up, Thomas in the Storm. It was pretty interactive, I suppose. You've also got new music from Thomas and Friends. I had this CD growing up as a kid. And you've also got this advertisement for the Thomas Wooden Railway. Bring Thomas to life with Thomas and Friends Wooden Railway. Kids can recreate their favorite stories with Thomas and Friends characters and wooden train sets from Learning Curve. Look for the Thomas Wooden Railway at a specialty retailer near you. Cool. And on the back, we have collect all of your favorite Thomas videos with all of with a ton of releases that came out prior, including Best of Percy, because it makes no sense that Best of Percy was released before Best of Thomas. Available at retailers near you. And we have a nice image from Thomas Meets the Queen. And a link for Anchor Bay Entertainment. So, lots and lots of stuff in that pamphlet. And there's a ton of stuff on this disc. So, let's not waste any more time. Let's go ahead and jump right into the menu tour of Best of Thomas on DVD. Alright everybody, so here's the menu tour for Best of Thomas on DVD from 2001. So, Shadam Hat's basically just explaining to us what all these signals mean, so let's go ahead and jump right into it. Let's go to pick a story. So, we got Thomas Gets Bumped, or A New Friend for Thomas. I almost said New Friends for Thomas. That's another release entirely, which we looked at a couple episodes back. Thomas Percy and the Dragon, Thomas Saves the Day. Trouble for Thomas, Thomas and Stepney, A Big Day for Thomas, and Thomas Meets the Queen. One thing I find interesting about this menu is they have this blue outline around the whole thing, if you can see there. This was obviously the earliest version of this menu that was ever produced, because Best of Thomas was one of the first releases to ever get put out onto DVD. So obviously they were just beta testing it, but it looks pretty interesting and really dated nowadays compared to the menus that we have now. So let's look at the fun and game shed. So we've got character gallery, what color am I, find my number, and which engine am I. So let's go to the read along story depot, as the hip kids call it. We got Thomas and the Dinosaur, another foreshadowing. I don't know, maybe Andrew Berner read this book and got really interested in dinosaurs and then watched the Jurassic Park series and then made Dinos and Discoveries. I don't know. So, our sing-along songs. So here we are, the sing-along song menu. We have the Thomas Anthem. Oh yes, it's great to be an engine. He's a really useful engine, you know. Let's have a race, have a race, have a race. Let's see who is the quickest. I'm sorry if my singing gave you ear cancer. But yeah, those are our sing-along songs. So, interactive. I wonder what that is. Ooh, this is the demo to play the Thomas and Friends Great Festival Adventure game. It says here, to play the game, insert this disc into a computer with a DVD-ROM drive. This computer must be running Windows 95, 98, 2000/me. So yeah, that's pretty much the menu for the Best of Thomas. Pretty cool menu. And it's pretty interesting to see how much the menu has evolved since this early day and age. So anyway, thank you all for watching the supplemental episode on the Best of Thomas. So anyway, as always, thank you all for watching, and good night, everybody.